Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, episode 2 for this series. And last time we left off, we had just started setting up the beginning parts of our park. So let's unpause it and let things move forward. So overall, we're obviously negative for the monthly income, but that's because we're spending a lot of money setting everything up. But you can see ride tickets $14.75, and just this one will probably June. Let's see. So what is it? 18th of June. So this will probably end up over 75, and these numbers will just continue to climb, and hopefully we'll start breaking even. As you can see, the bulk of this negative income is being spent in landscaping, which we knew that we were going to end up spending most of our money on. It looks like they can actually ride out of bounds. I'm pretty sure that guy just did. Oh, people seem to be enjoying it. Right? The line's fairly long. Why don't we boost that by 20 cents, because that's the right thing to do when something is popular. This is also extremely popular, and so it only makes sense to make it $1, which I think is appropriate anyways. And yeah, so things are looking pretty good. I'm really just kind of waiting. So 61, and it's the 22nd of June. I'm just kind of curious to see what the park value is. Already 21,000. It's actually really good. All right, so what is the next step? That's the question. That is the question of the day. What is the next step for us? What do we do, right? Do we build a... Oh, there's the thrill ride. We must have unlocked the twist. What's the next... What is going on for the... I guess we can't see it yet. We're working on something, but we can't see it. Okay. So we unlocked ourselves the twist. We've already got the jet skis for a thrill ride, and it is drawing a lot of attention, and I know the twist probably would too, but we really need to start looking at roller coasters, even if it's this junior roller coaster here, or this Wild Mouse, or even the Spiral roller coaster, preferably the Hyper Coaster. But we've got to start figuring out what coaster we want, because this is probably the most money we're going to have in a long time. And we need to get a coaster out there ASAP. Obviously, $32,000. The Blue Hurricane is not the option to go with. How about one of these? 7,000 is the cheapest, and that is pretty expensive. The mini suspended flying coaster could potentially have. Okay, the Fright Flight around 3,000, so that's not that bad, right? And it's fairly small, so this could work. This could be our first roller coaster. I don't necessarily like how all screwed up that is right there. I would like to do it somewhat mostly over the water. I think that also kind of adds to the whole fright thing of it. But as you can see, that's still kind of really screwy, so I'm still going to have to mess with the terraforming a little bit. But I want to shove this back there as much as possible. In fact, if I can get it to go like right there, that would be perfect. I'm sure there's a way I could figure out how to make that work. Okay, so we know that's what we're going to do then. Let's start preparing the land a little bit. I want to get rid of these trees. And I want to kind of flatten this a little bit. Generally where we know it's going to be. I'm not going to get rid of any of this stuff if I don't have to. Save myself the money. But let's see. So, how do I want to go about this? I can either flatten this whole bump here and then raise these parts here. And then maybe, or I could raise these parts, which would be cheaper, it looks like. So why don't I raise these parts here? I know I can make my tool bigger, my landscaping tool bigger, but that's not really what I'm going for right now. Because I'm trying, I see when you work with a bigger landscaping tool, you have more of a tendency to make errors going up and down, and you'll burn all your money quick because there's no going back. There's no reverse button. If you raise a stack of land and then be like, oh crap, oops, and then lower that, you've spent twice your income fixing a mistake. I'm not about to do that. So we're not going to use that. We're not going to use the bigger tool. You guys just have to suffer watching me use the small one. I don't want to make any mistakes. We're already sitting at 5,000. I've already spent like $200 doing this. Okay. All right. So the roller coaster would run. How would it go? Like, we want to go over this a little bit. We're okay with that. I could potentially buy that one corner down there and run it right here, which is what I would like to do. So if I did that, then, or even right there would actually be better. Okay, so right there is where we would run it. All of it's going to be, for the most part, all of it's going to be up in the air. So the only thing I might really want to do is just lower this part right here and even that out a little more, just to make it look a little better. This is going to cost some money, not going to lie. This is going to be expensive to do this part. This is going to be a pain. All right. We could go like that. I definitely want this. See, this whole, that's a problem now we get into, is now this whole side technically needs to go down. Now I'm spending $200 trying to level this. I'm just going to level this whole part here. I think that's just going to be the only way to properly do this roller coaster. The other parts I'm not worried about. But that part had to be leveled. Okay, so now let's take a look from this angle. Fright flight. All right. Oh, how are you going to run there? So we're looking at this right here. That's going to make it nice and level there. I think that'll do. Now, this is going to cost me... Where is the cost indicator? Is it because it's not going to let me build it there that I'm not getting one, or what is going on? That should be okay right there, right? Or is it not going to let me build? I'd be really upset if it doesn't. I guess we could just try to plop it and see. Nope. Too high for the sports. Okay, that's why I wasn't getting any kind of cost indicator or anything. Alright, alright. Too high for the supports. Really? Why? How could it be too high for the supports? So what part is too high for the supports? See, that's how I knew this map was going to be difficult for that reason. And there's nothing wrong with that. I was expecting that, but it does definitely suck. Okay, here we go. Here we go. That's, now we're seeing an outline of it. So it would actually fit somewhere like right there. I don't like that it's a castle theme. Can I not change the theme? Oh, saves me a lot of money if I get rid of all that. So why don't we get rid of all that and then I can change the theme? Gladly. Alright, right there would work. And right there would not, right? We said? It's a bummer because that would be a really good spot for it. Alright. I could buy off into there a little bit, but... See, right there works. It's a really garbage looking place to put it, though. But we need to get a roller coaster out there. 3,500. Well, I got all that land prepared for another ride, I guess. We could try to see if we can fit it over here. If not, then... No, it's not going to fit over here. Not properly, anyways. This seems to be the only place we're going to get to fit. I can always go through and alter the land underneath it to make it look nicer. And that's something I'm probably going to do. I'm definitely not going to leave it like this. It looks like trash. Oh. Could I get it like this? Why not? Can't construct here. Support's too high. See, if I evened off the land, I know I could. Alright, well, we need to get at least some type of roller coasters. It'll help rake the money in. It'll be very popular. So I guess we're going with right here. It's pretty much all of our money gone. But that's okay. Let's, woohoo, there we go. There we go. Let's adjust the entrance here. We definitely going with the jungle themed entrance. Very good, very good. Colors, of course, green and light blue are the magical colors. And we'll go green and black for the monorail. As for the paths, let's talk pathing for a second. How do we want to do this so that it looks halfway decent and not like complete and utter crap? Well, we can lower this here, come off here, and join that path right with there. That would, of course, be the best option for that. So let's prepare it now. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to keep both of these bumps here. It's going to look kind of ugly, but I'll come back and fix it at another date. I've got to adjust the slope over there, I guess. There we go. Well, what the hell? Most of the time these will move. But I guess that has to be there. And if that has to be there, then I can come around this back part there, but now it's going to look weird. I had a straight shot right here. I'm very upset. I had a complete straight shot there, and it's ruined. Now I'm just sitting here trying to think of how I want to do it. Could go underground and back up. Right? That's a thing. Can you go under? I guess you can't really go underground. Well, I can always come out and around and down and make it like that. That's probably going to be the only way to do it. And that's how I'm going to have to do it. That's okay. I'll make it work still. I think I've already got a plan to fix it. So we'll come out like this. Oh, you clever. Alright. Really, it's just this one. Taking up all four of these, huh? Oh, no, not taking up that one. Just taking up these two. You're making this really difficult. Oh, but it'll go all the way there, right? Of course it will. Of course it'll go all the way that way. Now it really screwed me up. Alright. Well, it'll just come like this. It'll actually have to go anyways. Over here like this. And like that. There we go. Interesting, right? I thought so. It definitely doesn't look too bad, though. We're making the land work the way we need it to work. Obviously, this looks like crap there, but we'll get to that in a little bit because we are running low on money. I need to use the rest of this money to finish off this ride. This is going to be tricky. I'm not entirely sure how to do this part, and I don't have a whole lot of money to screw it up. That's obviously a problem right off the bat, so we're going to have to go like this. Okay, here's where it starts to get tricky. I'm going to have to level it. We're going to have to... do something here. Money's getting tight. Money is getting tight. But I'm going to level all this off to give me the room I need. There we go. How do I want to do this? I want the line to be fairly large. Could follow it. Could come all the way down this way and attach it here. And that would probably be the best bet. I definitely feel like that would be the way to go. So it would go like this. Yep. I should have known that was going to be a problem. Alright. Crap. See, I just spent extra money there. Oh, boy. Okay, let me see what's going on here. Seems like one end's down, one end's up. It doesn't really know what it wants to do. That didn't fix it. Still down. There we go. Okay, so we're going to have to come one more out, which I didn't really want to... No? Oh, there it goes. What's wrong with here? Fright Flight's in the way. Really, that bend there's going to not let me... Really, really, really. All right. All right. We're going to have to restart this. Okay, it's not going to be high enough to go over that unless it's not going to be it's not going to be able to do that. How about this? Not that. This. Nope, can't do it. We ran out of cash. All right. Taking loans, taking loans, taking loans. We wanted to avoid taking loans at all possible. If we could, we wanted to avoid it, but we couldn't. That's typical. That's the game. That's how it goes. We have to take a loan. And I'm okay with that. See, this is turning into an interesting situation. Because now this is in the way. I mean, I know that I could probably just connect it right here and be like, it's good. But I don't want to do that. I'm trying to make it nice here. And most importantly, I'm trying to make the line long enough that people can... I mean, look at this kid. He's there taking pictures of the ride. It's not even open. He wants to ride this ride. Lots of people are going to want to ride this ride, and I need to make sure the line is long enough to hold all of these people. They want to give you their money. Okay, well, I can go like this. Now we're about to get real silly. And it's about to look pretty awful, but I can't really think of another way to do this. Why can't I do that? Okay. See, I don't want to do this. Now I've got to go back and alter this. No, that's just how it goes, I guess. You know what, though? This will work. This will work. I can do this. Yep, I can do that. It looks neat. Got a little tunnel effect going on there. I can work with that. I can have that. That'll work. Okay. Now, let's get some trash cans down because these guys are probably going to puke a lot after getting off this, even though it's really not that bad of a roller coaster. These guys love just vomiting on everything they possibly can. Let's get a couple benches down for their friends who don't want to ride it because they don't want to, they're too afraid to ride it. We'll get some benches down for them to sit down and wait for their other friends, their brave friends, to get off. And let's just open it right up. And $2, let's nail them with $2.50. See if they'll bite. If they don't, we'll lower it back down to $2 or maybe $2.20. But if they'll bite $2.50, I'm going to take $2.50 from them. All right. Looks like the ski dues were a success. Lots of people in line for that. $1.20 is clearly too cheap. And I won't go any higher than $1 on that. Oh no, what happened here? It's broken down. Oh no, we've never hired anybody. Oh, biggest mistake. All right, let's get one guy to start mopping. Now we're going to really start hemorrhaging money. One guy to start fixing stuff because we've already got a broken ride. Security guard. You know, I don't really know what the security guard does. I never could figure it out. But let's get one security guard. And I'm not even going to waste my money on the entertainers. $55 a month, they can blow it. My park doesn't need entertainers. The rides are entertaining enough. You've come here for the rides. You didn't come here to watch a guy walk around in an elephant suit. Maybe I'll get him later, but not now. And then the security guard, I guess, is just important to have. There we go. Merry-go-round is up and running. I could just fire the maintenance guy and then rehire one later down the road. Save myself the money, you know, for the rides. Because they don't break down every month, right? So if we go 3 months without a ride breaking down, that's, you know, $120 we save not having him. But, and then eventually I will have to have one just because rides might break down, I might not notice. But as me having 3 rides right now. But you know what, I'm going to keep them because I didn't notice that merry-go-round was broken down, and that could have been broken down for a while. And I've only got 3 rides here, so that's pretty pathetic. I was pretty intently focused on this. I don't want to be over here doing something and not notice that a very prominent ride is broke down. So we'll keep that at that. Can I, by any chance, rename these guys? Name staff member. I can, actually. If you guys want to have a staff member named after you, let me know. I'll gladly name whether you want a mechanic, a security guard, a handyman. Or a janitor or something. No, yeah, the janitor, the handyman, and the security guard. Or if you want an entertainer later down the road, if I do get entertainers, let me know. I'll name one of them. Gladly. Okay. Real quickly, so we are running low on time here. I want to readjust whatever the hell is happening here. I guess that works. What I could do, not really what I wanted to do, but that'll work there. That looks a little nicer. Wouldn't you guys agree? That looks pretty nice. I think I'm happy with that. There's trash cans there are broken. How did that happen? See, I guess trash cans get broken. You don't have security guards, stuff gets broken. I think that's what happens. I think things break if you don't have a security guard walking around. Unruly kids breaking stuff. Oh, that guy was terrified. Where was he? One of these guys here was like, hell no. Oh, they're hungry. Just noticed the guests are hungry. Alright, yeah, so we'll have to start setting up some concession stands. However, we are out of time for this episode, so next time we'll go through, we'll set up some eating areas, eating establishments, drinking establishments, and get all of that set up, and spend the rest of our money on that, and then hopefully we'll start making a little more money. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you next time.